If you're trying to learn backstroke, but you have to think about 20 things at the same time, your head will explode. I've gathered all the backstroke cues that I could think of. You can see them on the screen right now. You can either pause this video or take a screenshot. If you are already at a decent level in your backstroke, there might be some that will still be confusing to you, and I'm curious what that would be, so let me know in the comments. But there might be one or two that will suddenly make it click, that will suddenly make your backstroke feel much more comfortable. The problem is when you're learning something new, because nobody can think about 20 different things while doing something for the first time. So in this video, I simplified backstroke into 4 clear rules that will make your backstroke feel much easier to understand and remember, and will also make sure that it's tailored to you. The first rule is simple. Stay as high on the water as possible. Many of the technique cues are actually trying to achieve that, like hips up, chest up, chin up, eyes straight up. All of these are actually encouraging one thing: a high, long body position on the water. When your body sinks, everything becomes much harder because you create that resistance. So when you're starting to feel tired, before you stop, I want you to mentally scan your body from head to toes and make sure that all your body parts are as high as possible in one horizontal line, head neutral. If you are new here, my name is Rina, and on this channel, we don't just learn the technique, we make sure to understand the technique. So if that sounds helpful, consider subscribing and sticking around. The second rule is about the underwater pool. You probably heard cues like deep catch, bend the elbow, deep pull, throw the water towards your feet. These are great general guidelines, but if you overthink these, the stroke will start to feel unnatural. For example, forcing a very deep catch can actually put your shoulder into a less functional position. So instead, find a pull that feels natural and strong to you. Natural and strong to you. Your hand should hold the water, not slip through it. Direction is towards your feet. The elbow generally points to the bottom. The key here is finding a path where you feel the most water on your hand. The third rule is about rotation and timing. Backstroke is not swim completely on your back. Just like in freestyle, we use the rotation to help power the arms. The general rule is that when one shoulder is up, the other shoulder is down. When right hand catches the water, right hip is under the water. And as your right hand is pressing down, the hip starts to rotate up. Why? Because by the time your hand is down, it needs room. So the hip needs to be up so that it's out of the way of your hand. If this timing gets too confusing while you're swimming, think, how can I make this rotation? How can I use this rotation to make it easier for my arms? This is how I started thinking, and immediately my backstroke start to feel like it finally has this flow. The last rule is about recovery, so the phase where your arm is traveling above the water. So your thumb is exiting the water first, your hand is rotating midway so that your pinky can enter the water first. The main point of the recovery phase is to bring your arm to the starting position of the pool. You might hear cues like shrug the shoulder, enter at 11 and 1, make long stroke, reach for the sky. But to summarize, think reach up and far with a straight arm. Now, specific drills for each of those 4 areas, but they are not designed to be done once and bye. They like when you give them consistent effort, so do at least 4 50s of those regularly. To practice your body position, so rule number 1, I picked 2 drills that I'd like you to try. Number 1, double arm backstroke. No rotation here, both arms are moving at the same time. Keeping high body position will be harder for you when both arms are out of the water, but that is the exact point of this drill. Then, if you'd like to take it a step further and see if you can handle even higher resistance, try zombie kick. Now you are just kicking, but your arms are out of the water, pointing straight up, and you can regulate the difficulty by lowering or raising your arms. If you want to focus on finding that natural, comfortable underwater pull that we talked about, I have 2 drills for you. Let's start with the fun one, pulling on the lane line. You're swimming backstroke close to the lane line, and the one arm that is closer to the lane line is, instead of doing the underwater pull, it's going to grab the lane line and pull on the lane line. The other arm is doing the regular pull. Next drill, the T-Rex drill, lets you forget about all the clutter and purely focus on the last part of your underwater pull. So your shoulders are down, your shoulders are not going to come up. We're not getting arm out of the water either. We're just practicing the last part of the pull. And here I want you to really try to find that path that will let your hand hold the most water. To practice rotation, try these 2 drills. Number 1, 6, 3, 6. 6 kicks on one side, 3 strokes, 6 kicks on the other side. And number 2, you are just kicking and you're doing shoulder rotation. This drill is great for coordinating your shoulders and your hips. One last drill targeting the 4th rule, reaching recovery. It's going to be backstroke with pauses. You're swimming regular backstroke, but you pause in 3 spots. Number 1, when your arm is down. Number 2, when your arm is pointing straight up to the ceiling. And number 3, when your arm just entered the water with your little finger. While doing this, I want you to purely think about reaching up and far with straight arm. Every drill must be learned correctly and repeated many times with good form. I hope these 4 rules will make it simpler for you while swimming backstroke. If you got hooked on that a little bit and want to see more, there is a previous video that I made on backstroke. If there are other things you'd like to learn, comment down below and let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.